Hello students, Standard 8, Chapter number 5, Coal and Petroleum. Revision of it is going on. We know that coal and petroleum are the fossil fuels because they are formed by the process on the living organisms. You know that fossils means the remainings of the living organisms, and from that these fuels are made, so they are known as fossil fuels. We learn about the formation of coal, that it takes millions of years when the vegetation were buried, and slowly with the high pressure and high temperature they converted into coal, which is known as carbonization. Similarly, we saw that in the sea, when the aquatic creatures like aquatic animals and plants, when they died, they deposited at the bottom, and then the layers of sand and mud, etc., make so many layers, so it was buried at the very low. And also in the absence of air, high temperature and high pressure, they converted into petroleum. Now we saw that whenever we take out the petroleum by digging well, generally natural gas is also obtained from it. Sometimes only natural gas is also found, and sometimes natural gas and petroleum together also can be found in the petroleum well. So now this natural gas is also a fossil fuel because it is also found along with the petroleum under the sea rocks. Now this natural gas is a very important fossil fuel. The reason is that it is very easy to transport it. It is easy to transport it through the pipes. So directly through the pipes it can be supplied at the required place. Also it is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. It means CNG. So we can compress it, means under high pressure we can fill it in the container, which is known as CNG, compressed natural gas. And this CNG is used in the power generation. In the thermal power plant, the CNG is used as a fuel to boil the water, and then through that water rotating the turbine, which are connected to the power generator, and the generators are getting on and the power is generated. So CNG is also used as a fuel in the thermal power station. So generally you will see that thermal power stations are situated nearby the petroleum well, so that it is easier to transport this natural gas CNG for the production of the electric power. Nowadays we know that this CNG, compressed natural gas, is also used in the vehicles for the transport like the car and other, because it is very easy to transport it in a cylinder. In a small cylinder, a big amount of gas can be compressed. And other advantage of the using of CNG is that it causes very less pollution. Means it is a clean fuel, leaving only maybe a little amount of pollution. Very less pollution is produced. And therefore nowadays its use is more in the transport vehicles. Another great advantage of the CNG, as I told you, that it can be used directly for burning in the houses or in the factories where the fuels are required, and it can be transported through the pipes also. We know that in our Gujarat also, few cities like Vadodara, and now in our small town also, you can see that yellow colored pipeline is everywhere. That is also a natural gas supplied through that pipe, which is known as PNG, piped natural gas. So we can use it directly in our houses or in the factories. In houses for cooking or making the water hot, etc. And in the factories also it can be used as a fuel. And we know that in the big cities also like Delhi, Calcutta, etc., and in the Gujarat also, this network of this pipeline is already started and we are using it in our houses. So that is the natural gas we are using as a cooking fuel. Now this natural gas is also used as starting materials for manufacture of some types of chemicals, and also to produce some fertilizers. So in that chemical and to manufacture the fertilizer, it is used as a starting material. So it is also very, very important. In India, at different places, we have the vast reserves of natural gas. Means from so many places, we have a huge storage of natural gas. In our country, it is found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Means the rivers Krishna and Godavari Delta means at the bottom of that Krishna and Godavari rivers. Also there are the reservoirs of this natural gas are there. So we have a collection of that natural gas in our country also. So these are the three main fossil fuels that we talked about, that are the coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now we saw that there are some advantages about it. They are less polluting, etc., etc. But now, on the other hand, there is a big question also. Because these fossil fuels are limited natural resources. It means that their amount is limited. In the earth crust, they are not like in so many amount. It is vast amount, but it is not like they are unlimited. And as we are using them, they are getting less and less and less. It means that they are the exhaustible resources. So, if we use them unnecessarily, then that reservoir can be finished very quickly. Still, we have a lot, but if we are using it very fastly, very rapidly, then in near future, in few hundreds years, that natural resources can be finished. Because we know that how are they made? Coal, petroleum. They are not a few years production, but it takes millions of years to get converted into this coal and petroleum. Suppose we buried some trees, then in how many years can you find out the coal? No, it is not possible. It will take millions of years. It means that it is not possible that if you bury the trees or in the sea also the creatures, then it will not make petroleum or coal in few years. Because as we saw that it required the million of years. It is a very, 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 very slow process of conversion of petroleum and coal from the living organisms. Therefore, it is advisable that we should use them very, very carefully. Otherwise, they will last only for a few hundred years. Second thing, we know that CNG is a clean fuel, but coal and petroleum, from the petroleum we get petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. We already saw that. Now these all fuels, when we are using, then they cause lots of pollution, except the CNG. Compressed natural gas creates very less pollution, but when we use coal, when you use petrol, when you use diesel, when you use kerosene, these are the most pollutant. Means when they are burned as a fuel, they produce harmful gases which are mixed in the air and they are causing the air pollution. And we know that this air pollution is linked with the big problem, that is the global warming. You know that some of these gases like carbon dioxide and etc. and sulfur dioxide etc., they are the greenhouse gases. It means that when the heat is coming on the earth, these gases trap the heat and does not allow to reflect back into the atmosphere. And due to it, the temperature of atmosphere is getting up and up, getting rise and rise and rise. So the overall atmospheric temperature is going up and up. That is known as global warming. And due to global warming, there is an problem like the ice which is at the polar region can start melting, and if it start melting rapidly, too much water will come in the oceans and the level of ocean will rise very high, and all the coastal areas can be submerged in the water. So there is a danger of global warming is also because of the use of this fossil fuels. And therefore, if we want a better environment and smallest risk of global warming, then we have to use these fuels only when they are absolutely necessary. Or we must find out some sources which can be used in place of this, so that they are very less harmful, they are not exhaustible, and only when it is very important or you cannot depend on other sources, that time only we have to use this fossil fuel, then we can have a better environment, less global warming, and this fossil fuel can long for a very long time also. In India, there is an association whose name is PCRA. PCRA means Petroleum Conservation Research Association. It advises people to save petrol and diesel while driving. This PCRA gives some advice that what should be done while using the petrol, diesel in the vehicles when the drivers are using that. What do they say? The tips are first, drive at a constant and a moderate speed as far as possible. It says that a moderate speed means not too high speed, not too very slow speed, moderate speed. And constant means not sometimes you go very fast, sometimes very slow. Try to keep the same constant speed at a moderate rate. Second thing, switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. For example, when there is a traffic signal is red and you have to wait, switch off your engine. But you see that most of people keep it on, and there are more and more diesel, petrol are getting wasted. And when there is a railway crossing also, if the railway crossing is closed because of the time of the arrival of any train, that time also we have to wait for a few minutes. In this situation also we should switch off the engine so that we can save some petrol or the diesel. Third thing, ensure correct tire pressure. In your vehicles, maintain the tire pressure, because if the air is less, then what happens? It will be, engine will get more load and it will use more petrol or more diesel. So maintain the tire pressure correctly and ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. It means that at time to time the vehicle should be maintained properly, so that if there is any problem it should be solved. Otherwise the machine, the engine will use more fuel, and there is the thing that PCRA gives us advice. Here there is the end of the session, and the revision of this chapter also will be followed by the PDF, and any confusion write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.